So there I was on the train from LaGuardia into New York City last October when I leaned over to the gentleman next to me and struck up a conversation. It took us about 2 minutes to realize we were going to the same event with some Indian named Ramit. So Forefront started early, Friday night, awesome, such a fun time. And I love the saying, begin the way you intend to continue. And I think that statement really locked in on Saturday morning with the speed dating event. This was the piece of brilliance for the entire weekend, because in that 15-minute segment, we as participants were given permission to go deep with one another, to be transparent, to be real, to drop the posturing and just receive as well as give genuinely with one another. So on the way to our rich life experience, I realized Sarah Jones is in my group. Sarah Jones. So I started chatting with her. I'm asking her questions about her business, really going in deep with her, and she was so generous. We get to the event. I've met everybody else in the group, including our volunteers and the video crew, and it was just so fun. The guys are up there shaking it, leaving it all on the dance floor. I'm hooting and hollering for them. I start snapping pictures. I start taking video. By the end of the event, the video crew was ready for us to head back to the station. I'm like, no, group shot. I set them all up. I made sure our lighting was good. And then I shared all those photos and videos with everybody. That's the kind of thing I'm gonna do as a volunteer, because if they're like most adults, they don't have any decent pictures of themselves. And I made sure my group and everybody I was with, even though I wasn't the volunteer, had those photos as well. Adding value to an event is something I've practiced for years. So I've created a number of workshops, and for a half dozen years, Pretty Employees Teen, Project Fashionista, and most recently the Harapalooza one-day extravaganza. If you can work with, and I can, a group of teenagers for a day or weeks on end and manage them well, I know I can work just as well with adults. It also helps that I have 6 children. I've been an event manager for years. Professionally though, I also used to handle $1 million budget for design and for branding. I know how to make IWT look great. So when they announced last year that this year's venue would be Chicago, I got so excited. It's my hometown. I want to bring to Forefront the best of what I experienced, the best of what I can bring while giving everybody the world of Chicago, but allow them to have that rich experience, connecting to other like-minded people. Why? Because I'm awesome at drawing out the best of people and then putting them in touch with one another so that that rich life experience becomes plussed. And it's not just about the things that we paid for necessarily, it's about the connections, it's about the relationships, it's about what we can do going forward.